Anger. It's a part of us. It can define us. But these two take it to the next level. Like the Incredible Hulk, whose anger becomes strength. And Godzilla, the king of monsters. For this fight, I'll be using the Hulk from the 616 continuity and Godzilla from the Heisei era. That way, we can cross-verse scale Godzilla and go all out for the Hulk. With that said, who will win a short battle? In 1954, a hydrogen bomb scarred an amphibious creature who went on to attack humanity after losing his family. Upon being defeated by the Oxygen Destroyer, another wreaked havoc the next year. Over time, this monster became a reluctant ally to humanity, a father, and an outright hero. But due to mankind's consistent issues, the monster turned against humanity once more. He grew in not only height, but in strength. This monster is none other than Godzilla. The 616 Godzilla is indeed the Showa-era incarnation, as there are numerous statements confirming this. Godzilla went on to one-tap Hulk and fight Thor to a standstill. While Showa Godzilla doesn't scale the modern Hulk and Thor, he does scale to their classic iterations. This is impressive, as this is the same Hulk that destroyed Nightcrawler's realm, which is beyond the void, which transcends Asgard, which is beyond the mortal bound of space and time, containing multiple/infinite spatial dimensions. Nightcrawler's realm is comparable to the Dark Dimension and realms of other Helllords. Classic Hulk destroyed a hyperversal or arguably outerversal realm, which is consistent with how he shook the Crossroads in a battle with the UFOs, which is connected to the infinite dimensions. While Showa Godzilla would cap it outerversal, he is far outclassed for the era that would precede him. Despite being a different species, Heisei Godzilla lives up to the name. He is at the lowest tens of thousands of times stronger, and at the highest, immeasurably more powerful. Base form Heisei Godzilla could battle beings with energy that was higher dimensional, and he could grow to match said powers. This makes sense, as Godzilla's DNA has infinite evolution. This means that had Godzilla not gotten too many upgrades in a couple of years, his base form would have the unmatched power of burning Godzilla. For example, it's been calculated that since Super Mechagodzilla had to reflect Godzilla's attack potency tens of thousands of times over for about 15 minutes, it would take roughly 100,000 times Godzilla's attack potency to one-shot him. This is notable, as Destroya landed a hit that could take Godzilla down instantly, yet he got up stronger. By multiplying 100,000 by itself, one could rationalize that it would take at least 10 billion times Godzilla's attack potency to take him out in one hit. Godzilla gets stronger with each passing moment when using his atomic breath, an effective ranged ability that destroys everything in sight. And with his atomic pulse, not only is it omnidirectional and far stronger than the atomic breath, his power and durability rise to be equal to said pulses. When times get tough, Godzilla can use the Spiral Ray, a red beam of radiation that far exceeds the aforementioned abilities. But at his peak of power, he can use the Infinite Spiral Heat Ray, which grows infinitely more powerful with each shot. But power isn't everything. Godzilla is insanely fast. When fighting Batra underwater, Godzilla can move about 300 miles per hour. This is backed up during his fight with Rodan. Godzilla could fight on par with the much faster Rodan, meaning Godzilla's speeds were calculated around 680 miles per hour while on land. But for Godzilla's fastest speeds, his reaction and combat speeds would be similar to Space Godzilla, who crossed an infinitely expansive universe. Some may argue that Earth's gravity would impact these speeds, but Space Godzilla's higher dimensional control over gravity would make this a non-issue. Not to mention, Space Godzilla is composed of Godzilla cells. But as for immeasurable, Godzilla has been stated to scale to the film Orochi the Eight-Headed Dragon, who is a bird that flies between time and dimensions. This is noticeable as Orochi can tag said bird with his fire blasts, and it's been stated Godzilla would defeat Orochi. This is consistent as Godzilla reacted to Mecha King Ghidorah's arrival before he appeared in the present day. To add on to this, Mothra Leo at light speed could travel 135 million years in the past, and Space Godzilla is 3 times faster. Godzilla isn't just quick and powerful, his strength is also insane. When fighting Batra, he could accidentally split apart the Filipino sea plate by slamming Batra larvae against the ground. Said force is also done underwater, which is slowed down by a considerable amount. The weight of a tectonic plate is 40 sextillion, 700 quintillion kilograms. This means Godzilla can no-cell the pressure equivalent to the weight of Earth's atmosphere. In the same film, Godzilla overpowers Mothra, who left Earth to divert a meteor powerful enough to destroy Earth. But this insanity doesn't end in strength. Godzilla is incredibly skilled. He outsmarted humans on several occasions. This is notable, as the same humans have the preparation, skills, and plans from aliens. humanity in the 23rd century, supercomputers capable of said technology, and countless contingency plans to defeat Godzilla. He figured out the crystal's powers first. It's also confirmed that Godzilla is just as skilled as Mike Tyson, who'd be in his prime, meaning that in a fight, Jake Paul would be a victim to a human-sized Godzilla. His kicks are compared to pro athletes. He uses martial arts. While he has been bested, many of his defeats come from sheer luck or through preparation. There's a reason this cracked-out reptile is the incarnation Toho still commonly associates with Godzilla. He is truly the king of all monsters. Dr. Robert Bruce Banner was once an acclaimed theoretical physicist, respected through his work in the fields of gamma radiation and its physics. He was recruited by General Ross in the US military to develop the first gamma bomb. During its test, he was struck with gamma rays, exposing him to unseen energies. He was mutated, becoming the personification of anger and his past demons, which had traumatized him. Fearing the creature from within in the military's response, Banner fled, traveling to keep himself safe. Despite being a founding member of the Avengers, the humble scientist kept to himself, wanting nothing more than to be left alone. Bruce's childhood wasn't easy to begin with. His father, Dr. Brian Banner, murdered his wife Rebecca when Bruce was at a young age. The abuse had caused Bruce to develop dissociative identity disorder, which birthed the Hulk, who was a seemingly imaginary friend. Hulk physically manifested after Banner was exposed to gamma rays. Hulk has several different personalities, all with varying degrees of power and intelligence. I'll be going over the personalities that have remained over the decades, rather than ones that are either temporary or have been erased. There is the scientist himself, Bruce Banner, a brilliant yet introverted man eager to make discoveries. Savage Hulk is what many think of when it comes to Hulk. He's childlike in terms of vocabulary and understanding, as evident by his phrasing as such like Hulk smash, Hulk punch, you get the picture. He's a manifestation of a childhood Bruce can never have. Even when angry, he doesn't want to cause harm to people, he just wants to be loved and left alone. In fact, Banner and Savage Hulk have been able to develop a mutual respect for one another due to how their experiences have lined up. Devil Hulk, on the other hand, or one we call the Immortal Hulk, was one of the first personalities, manifesting as what appeared to be Bruce's guardian. Despite this almost parental instinct to protect, the Devil is shown to be what Banner fears. He's cruel, intelligent, and doesn't care about the safety of others if it means Banner is alive. He emerged after Banner's cycles of constant deaths and rebirths, discovering his power comes from the one below all, the evil version of the one above all, who's essentially God in Marvel. Joe Fixit, or the Grey Hulk, is a gangster who's not as morally as correct as someone like Savage Hulk. He's incredibly cunning, using his brains as his strength rather than his brawn. Merged Hulk combines aspects of all three and is physically stronger than most of the alters in his base form. He even led the Pantheon, his own team. However, Banner has concerns that Hulk could slip into a more dangerous state if angry enough, which leads us to the Green Scar, a powerful gladiator and one of the strongest personalities. He uses weaponry and is a more patient and skilled fighter compared to the other personalities. He's displayed a variety of emotions that are more complex than just anger. However, when angered enough, he enters the World Breaker state, where he can no longer be reasoned with and is a danger to everyone and everything. Hulk is incredibly agile. He can match Thor's speed. Thor can travel across the universe between the 9 realms. Said 9 realms are separate universes. This means Hulk would have immeasurable speeds. His strength is quite literally limitless. It's infinite. His strength can infinitely increase depending on his anger. At one point, Hulk got his power from Godzilla, who wields the power of above all others. The narrator once questioned Hulk's existence, whether he was the accuser, adversary, Kamal, Satan, Gabura, or Golakab. Not to mention, his power is tied to the one below all. In fact, in one universe, he was possessed by the one below all, meaning that at his peak, Hulk's power would be high outerversal. It is no wonder why he claims to be the strongest there is. Hulk has plenty of powers that make him more than incredible. His regeneration allows him to regenerate from just about anything. He can emit gamma rays from his body as projectile weapons, along with being able to create a ranged thunderclap. He can leap large distances in mere moments, and he can grow in size with his anger. He can utilize telekinesis, and with the Green Door, a metaphysical barrier that connects the below place, the deepest layer of the multiverse, the physical world, he is truly immortal. Despite all of this, Hulk has several weaknesses. His strength, power, and intelligence are tied to his personality and his psyche. Some may think more rationally, while others act out of rage. Holy weaponry related to the one above all draws them away. Immortal and Joe Fixit revert to Banner after being exposed to daylight, and he's been knocked out and defeated by those in his current state of power. But even with his limits, Hulk is not to be trifled with. He's a god amongst men and will always prove that he's the strongest there is.
I'm the strongest one there is!
You sure about that?
Such needless destruction. It makes me angry! Hulk smash, beauty monster! Frogface! It's you! Hulk remember you! Hulk kill you! Green Door say Hulk. Hulk not just strongest. Hulk is immortal. Hulk smash! Angry Lizard hurt Hulk. Hulk rip off Angry Lizard's head! Hulk smash! You smash City good, but Hulk smash worlds! Hulk's the devil! Impressive. Give me everything you got. I won't let you win this time.
Up and away!
Keep attacking! I get stronger! Lose! Door!
Damn, that was one hell of a fight. To reiterate, the Godzilla here was a cross-verse scaled Heisei. 616's Godzilla and Heisei Godzilla without said scaling would both end up being overpowered by Hulk in the long run. For starters, Godzilla and Hulk are both equal in power. They quite literally grow infinitely in power, and at their highest ends would get them the high out reversal. As for durability, it's a bit trickier. Hulk has far better regeneration. While both can grow from practically nothing, the creation of Space Godzilla took anywhere from 2 to 6 years, but Godzilla's trump card for durability would be just how broken he is in terms of pain resistance. The amount it took to one-shot pre-burning Godzilla would be a difference of 100,000 times. This is noteworthy as burning Godzilla, who would have been Heisei's peak face form, could instantly grow stronger from said attacks, meaning you'd have to be at least 10 billion times stronger to take him out. As a reminder, Hulk's been knocked out and defeated by things in his ballpark under the right circumstances. Hulk wouldn't be able to take Godzilla down through mere punches alone, but what about speed? Unfortunately for Hulk, Godzilla may be slower in terms of travel speeds, but he cancels them out with combat and reaction speeds. Even if he can't travel alongside Hulk, he should be able to perceive and tag him. While it's true Hulk's strength is infinite, he can't capitalize off that given how Godzilla could respond with an atomic pulse. Some of Hulk's personalities are far smarter than Godzilla, but again, he couldn't capitalize off that. If Green Scar gets too angry, he enters a Worldbreaker state, which can't be reasoned with. Plus, personalities who have a better chance of hurting Godzilla would either be not as smart or would risk causing damage to the multiverse. Which leads us to the Green Door. The Green Door connects a below place to the physical world. These two could easily destroy the multiverse and beyond, meaning that connection would be severed. Hulk would no longer have the immortality needed to wear Godzilla down over time. To make matters worse, one could argue that since Godzilla killed Batra, an immortal being, this means Godzilla could bypass the Green Door. Though this may be a stretch, Hulk's arsenal is lethal to most, but Godzilla counters everything by either having set abilities or resisting them. Godzilla doesn't have telekinesis, but he battled Space Godzilla, a being who controls gravity and can use telekinesis. Hulk being able to grow isn't much of an advantage either, as Godzilla can grow upon absorbing a powerful enough radiation sword. Take for example, the Godzillasaurus growing to 84, or Godzilla 89 growing into 1991. Hulk may have gamma ray blasts that can act as either projectile-based weaponry or full-on explosions, but the issue is that he doesn't use these abilities often for it to be considered a consistent ability. Even in fights when he was in danger, such as his fight with Thor, he didn't use them. At the end of the day, this fight would be close, but Godzilla would be too big of an issue to take down without preparation or outside help. In this incredible battle between not-so-jolly green giants, it seems that the Hulk would meet a worse fate than Gamma, Ra. The winner is Godzilla.